When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. If he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Haha, what's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and here we are in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 with another all characters unlocked video. This one features Captain America, and we have lots of different variations of Captain America and a couple characters that use Captain America's shield. And it's pretty cool to see all these characters on the screen, a very diverse group of characters, and of course I think a lot of people are really excited to get their hands on these characters. Captain America is one of the classic characters. That little intro you just heard is my childhood. I mean, that is the theme song from the Captain America cartoon from like the late 60s, the mid to late 60s, and I'm not that old, but I did grow up with that cartoon. I know that I watched it quite often. It was on TV back in the day as reruns, and I think they even had like compilation VHS cassettes at my local VHS rentery. It was not a Blockbuster. I very, very specifically remember we had some a video store, if you will, just a mom and pop video store. Those used to be a thing back in the day when I was a kid, and we'd go in there all the time, and they had these awesome, like, the cases for them were really cool. They were like huge and plasticky, and man, I just, it's a different world today. So there's a bunch of different variations of Captain America. Obviously this is your classic standard Captain America, and we've seen this before in every LEGO game. There are usually one or two other versions of Captain America. In this one we have about 7 or 8, plus, like I said, a couple other characters that are similar that we are going to feature in this video. So Cap himself has 4 variations assigned to him. So this is the classic Captain America. We also have Pilot Captain America, which is something that comes up in the second level of the game. There's really nothing that different about him. He just basically has a pilot's costume. I do love this effect that they've added to his shield. I think that's a really, really great thing. So this is Pilot Captain America. Next up we have Old West Captain America. And again, this is something that comes up as a level in the game. This is another feature they've added. Surfing on Captain America's shield, which is actually super awesome. I think that is really cool. So obviously Old West Captain America, Steve Rogers is sheriff in the Old West era, and you know, it's a cool costume, I guess. I like it. I like the Captain America cowboy hat. That is especially awesome. And last of our standard Captain Americas is my favorite, the Secret Empire Captain America. Secret Empire Captain America sees him as surfing on his catboard. Secret Empire is basically when Steve Rogers had decided he was retired. He handed off the shield to Sam Wilson, and he was ready to just move on and grow old, and he did get old. And suddenly he was young again, and it kicked into you know, Cap Hydra becoming a thing. And I loved this suit when he came back with this shield, with the suit. I just thought it was just phenomenal. It's really honestly one of my favorite Captain America costumes that they've done. I love the modernization of it, and it looks really good. And I like the shield. I don't really understand how throwing this shield, like when you throw, I mean, granted, okay, throwing the shield and having it bounce back and come back in general, you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. But at least it's like round, and it moderately makes sense because, you know, UFOs and flying saucers around, and they can fly across space. But this shield is such a weird shapes, so I don't know how much I buy it. But alas, we do have this as the last of the classic Captain Americas. One of our other Captain Americas is this one right here. I believe this is Roberta Mendez, Captain America. So Captain America 2099. And she, yeah, Roberta Mendez. She does not know she's Captain America. There's like trigger words. And when you unlock her, it's actually part of her quest. Now, she's obviously part of the 2099 storyline. Really cool version of Captain America. I like that she has Falcon's wings. Well, sort of Falcon's wings. And, you know, her shield is really cool. So, and she falls from the sky into the fetal position. So, there you go. There's that. And she also can surf the Cap Lord. So there you have. I have to show you one more time how when she falls, she just falls right into. Ready? Oh, that didn't work. There it is, right into the fetal position. So there is Captain America 2099, Roberta Mendez. Next up, we have a character that I did not realize was going to be anywhere near as popular as he was, but you guys certainly have enjoyed his solo video. This is Cap Wolf, and there is a point in time where Cap becomes a werewolf against his will. So, you know. And I have to say, I love the fact... Ooh, super jumps. I love the fact that this character was included. TT Games loves their animal-style characters, and I really feel like this is a really fun one to add. There is actually a Marvel Legends Cap Wolf figure, so if you really do like this version of the character, you might be able to find an actual action figure of Cap Wolf in stores. So it came out over the summer, so it should still be out there. And definitely one of the cooler characters, I think, in the game. Not necessarily my favorite Cap per se, but pretty close. He's pretty awesome. So that is Cap Wolf. And our last actual Captain America is Captain America Peggy Carter. So this is from a universe in which, you know, Steve Rogers died and Peggy Carter became Captain America. I believe this was something that showed up in Puzzle Quest, so it's pretty cool that they were able to, you know, design their own character, kind of like what TT Games got to do with Carnum. So, I'm pressing B, I'm pressing B, I'm pressing B. So, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I do enjoy this character. I'm a big Haley Atwell fan. I love you, Haley. And I'm not quoting Eminem. Haha. So, you know, I will always think of Haley Atwell when I think of Peggy Carter at this point. So, and I kind of see it a little bit in this costume. So, I really think this is honestly my second favorite version of Captain America in this game. I really do like the Secret Empire one the most, but I don't know what it is, but I think it's just because the Haley Atwell situation that I really enjoy this version. So they all kind of do the same thing. If you play your cards right, you might be able to get them to all do it at the same time. You know, like there's Roberta Mendez doing it over there. It's funny, like sometimes I'll have, you know, multiple characters out and they'll all start, or both of them in most cases, will start doing their thing. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm still in the actual campaign. I'm still in the actual story mode. That's why I have 3 characters out. There are some missions that you have 4, so it's the only way to do it. We talked to Arthur Parsons on Twitter, and he said there is no other way to get multiple characters out. So those are the actual Captain Americas. Now, as part of the Out of Time DLC, we have Captain Assyria, and this is part of the Avengers Forever storyline, where Kang kind of reformed America, and America was called Assyria, I believe. And this is basically the Captain America of that time. We'll look at his card real quick. Yeah, his name is unknown. So it does kind of tell that story. Captain Assyria is the leader of the Avengers, and a part of the multiverse known as Earth 9105. This reality was created when his ruler, Sphinx, used the power of the Costone to create her own twisted reality, bending it to how she wished. In this new reality, Egypt dominated the world and even colonized America, which was instead known as Assyria. So there you go. So Captain Assyria, definitely, I mean, this is the type of character that I think this game is really for. You're going to have a massive character list of characters, and this character is a character I probably would have never learned about, and it's definitely cool to kind of get a little bit of a gauge on what some of these other characters that are in the Marvel Universe are all about. There's nothing wrong with that. I know we all have our characters that we love and that we want to play with the most, and it's always unfortunate when they don't make it, but you know, at least there are characters that you get to kind of check out, and you know, there's definitely been characters in these games that I've ended up liking a lot because of their appearances in the game. So another character that is not Captain America is Major Victory. Now, Major Victory, I believe, is from Guardians 3000. There's, I don't know, maybe various versions of it, but he does have Captain America's shield, and that is pretty cool. He is part of the classic Guardians pack, so you'll have to have that from the season pass or when it's available in order to have Major Victory. I messed up. He was about to do his salute, so there you go. He is more of a space character. Oh, he is a space character, so there you go. It's one of the many animations that they all share. So Major Victory. Another character that actually wields his shield is Maestro. So there you have Maestro, who is using Captain America's shield, a broken version of Captain America's shield. So he's not quite Captain America, but again, there is the shield. Another character that's not really Captain America, but he's a captain, is Captain Avalon, and he also has a shield. He is from Covenant Avatars of whatever. So another character I really would have probably never known about. It's such a minor series in time for Marvel Comics that for the most part was inconsequential, but we've actually nabbed a few characters into the game from that kind of comic book series. So I feel like I have to tell you exactly what it is. So it's Avatar's Covenant of the Shield. So we've got that. Captain Avalon. And our one other character that kind of looks like Captain America and would be awesome if it wasn't an actual character in the history of Marvel Comics is Militant. He passes off as a great Captain Hydra. I know he didn't really wear this uniform during the whole Secret Empire ordeal, but I think this is what a lot of us kind of imagined Captain America's Hydra uniform looking like. And Militant is an actual character as part of the Hydra 4, touchy subject for all you Fantastic Four members, but he was part of Hydra's super soldier program where they had their own kind of Fantastic Four, the Hydra 4, along with Hammer, Tactical Force, and Bowman. So all four of those characters are playable in this game. And, you know, I have to say it's kind of cool. Again, not the type of characters I would have gone for, but as far as this story is concerned, totally fits what they're trying to do. So, Militant, aka Captain Hydra, as far as I'm concerned, is our last Captain America. But I do have a special bonus for you. A lot of people saw a picture I posted on Twitter, and this is how I did it. Alright, and there it is, my special bonus. We have 6 Captain Americas on the screen at the same time, all of them doing their thing. Unfortunately, this is really the best view that we can get. You have to get to this very specific point in this very specific level, the absolute first level of the game, and it has to be in free roam, at which point you can have 6 characters on the screen at the same time. And in this case, we have 6 different Captain Americas. So I think that's kind of cool, personally. But I don't know about you guys. I posted a picture of this on Twitter, and I was like, oh man, I need like Hulk Hogan's theme song playing in the background here. And a lot of people seem to like it. So this is 6 Captain Americas all at once. I guess theoretically you could do this with anything you want. You could have a whole Cap, squad. I don't know if they're all going to follow me though, so looks like they are. So we can actually, I did want to start there just because, like I said, it's the only point of the level, or it's the point of the level where you actually get them all, and it's the actual only point in the game that I can think of where you're going to have 6 characters on the board. Looks like they are kind of following me here. There's not really a great way to get them any closer on the screen.
No sweat.
So I don't know if yeah, they're all stuck over here. The problem is when you switch to these guys kind of follow you back over. So we're gonna run all the way to the back to the front of the level and see if we can get them on screen a little bit better. Actually, no, we're not. So. But we do have my parade of Captain Americas following me. They just look so funny when they run together in such a group. So we're running all the way back to here. Ooh, this is probably the best look that we're gonna have, with all 6 of them on the screen at the same time. Yeah, I really like the thumbnail that I had chosen, but if you end up seeing a thumbnail with 6 Captain Americas on the screen, this might be where I did it. Now, choosing your character is obviously also a little bit of a challenge. So, it's just kind of at their mercy. Go. So, I'm trying to get them all to be looking at the screen together. We got Cap Wolf here. Now we can just get that back Captain America. Nope, the back Captain America. Give me the back one. No, the back one. I wish you could like choose which one you actually were. Like right now, you have to you're at the mercy of the switch. Oh, there we go. There it is. So we have 6 Captain Americas all at once, all facing the screen, looking awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see.